Matthew, plenty others too. And we can talk about Matthew's club, Tottenham, now, because defeat last night to Liverpool in the league, but also coupled with that, a major injury worry for them too. Harry Kane picked up 2 ankle injuries and we're told will be missing now for several weeks. It's clearly a major blow for Tottenham. Will Tottenham be able to cope without him, Michael?
I'm going to be completely honest, with Harry Kane, it's usually a when, not if, with his injury situations. He's been desperately unlucky over the years with his ankle problems. He's had a number of ankle injuries. I think I make that a 6th. I think we've got a graphic to show you here about all the problems that Harry Kane has endured over the years with those ankle problems. Look at those games missed, but also, Mark, he comes back early. But you look at that last season as well, he had the hamstring, a ruptured hamstring last year that before the pandemic that would have pretty much kept him out for the whole season. The injuries above that, they're all ankle injuries, right ankle, left ankle, ligament damage. He had it at Bournemouth, Manchester United, home to Millwall, home to Sunderland. Always out for an extensive period of time, but he always wants to come back a little bit too early. But given he hurt both ankles yesterday, I mean, I was watching the game and I was thinking he needs to come off. He needs to come off quickly because he was hobbling, and then he does his other ankle. It's a real worry because Tottenham have really relied on Harry Kane and Heung-min Son for the goals this season. Even against Wycombe Wanderers in the FA Cup on Monday night, they bring on Kane and Son. It's a real concern for Spurs, real concern with a load of games to come.
And of course, I'm sort of confused here, Michael, when I look at the situation, and I'm a huge fan of Jose Mourinho. But when you've got someone like Carlos Vinicius on the bench, who got 18 goals in 32 games the season he left to join Tottenham on loan in the Portuguese top flight, but he doesn't seem to be being used. Why is he not? I don't understand. Why is he not being used?
I don't know the answer. I mean, at half time it was clear that Harry Kane wasn't going to continue. So people were thinking on social media, does Gareth Bale come on? You know, just stick Bale up front, Vinicius. But the changes were Harry Winks and Eric Lamela, pretty ineffective. Spurs were pretty poor second half. I mentioned before the break about Liverpool didn't really need to break a sweat at the back. You consider all their defensive issues, didn't really trouble them really. It is a real problem. Carlos Vinicius was chosen, but a number of players, strikers were considered, but Vinicius was the one they went for. Scored a number of goals in the Europa League, scored against Marine, a hat-trick against Marine. But as Jose Mourinho says, he doesn't like using the Europa League as a sort of a comparison with the Premier League. He says himself, the competition really gets going when the Europa League knockout stages starts. What does that say about Vinicius if he's not being brought on when the striker's injured? I keep hearing, what player would like to join Spurs when there's Harry Kane? I've never agreed with it, ever. If Danny Ings, just hypothetically, I don't want Southampton fans to get on my case, but hypothetically, if Danny Ings was on the bench yesterday, Jose Mourinho brings him on, surely, Mark?
Well, yeah, absolutely, because Danny Ings is a goal scorer. It feels like, looking from outside, you understand North London and Tottenham more so than myself, but it just feels like they're constantly searching for this replacement for Harry Kane, but they constantly can't find him.
It's a concern, Dave, because Gareth Bale was brought in as well. I look at Gareth Bale and people say, why is he not playing enough? And is there a sort of worry in Bale's head? He wants to sort of drive and push forward, but is there a worry that he suffers an injury? He was very good against Wycombe the other night, and I thought maybe he'd have been brought on a little bit earlier. And even Ashley Williams said it earlier, he only got just under 10 minutes to sort of turn a game around. Now, Brighton away Sunday, massive game. We see the top half of the table. Spurs looking to get back in the top 4, but it's very, very open. Huge games to come. There's so many fixtures to come.
Can you see Tottenham signing someone before Monday's deadline?
Jose Mourinho was very happy with the business Spurs had done in the summer, and he genuinely means that. And I think everyone was happy. When Gareth Bale was come back, so many people were excited. Son, Kane and Bale, the front three, pretty formidable front three. It's just not worked. And there's someone we're going to talk about.
Well, look, I know they're completely different positions, but Dele Alli, does this have an impact on him? Because would Jose turn to him as an option to play up front, or does he need the numbers for Dele Alli to stay?
I don't see what benefits Spurs get now for loaning Dele Alli to PSG. I just genuinely don't, unless it is just a loan. There's no obligation or options we're talking about here. But yes, he might come back a better player, but Spurs need people now. The Europa League's coming back soon. They've got Everton in the FA Cup. They want to win trophies. They're in the Carabao Cup final. They need to finish in the top 4. They've got Brighton Sunday. They've got Chelsea Thursday. The games are going to come thick and fast. They've got Manchester City soon after that. 2 legs in the Europa League. It's non-stop. Now, Dele Alli hasn't been the same attacking midfielder we've seen over the past few years. He hasn't got the double digits goals. However, he's still a goal-scoring attacking midfielder. We've seen Tanguy and Ndombele improve massively. But there's not enough coming from Lo Celso, who's injured. There's not enough coming from Bergwijn. There's not enough coming from Lucas Moura. We need more goals. And I look at the moment, who's the person? Is it Dele Alli? I just don't see the point in loaning him now without a replacement.